Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Fab or Flop time again. You will have seen a few of these. I've spoken about the reason I do them in my last one. Anyway, I wanted to do a review on this. This is the All Day Liquid Foundation Flawless Finish by H&M. And I wanted to try this because I love trying foundations. My favourite foundation has to be the Rimmel Lasting Finish. I've tried everything. I love the one, the BB cream that I've got from Poundland. Love it, Maybelline BB cream. But that's not going to last forever, and it's lovely and it works. It's maybe a bit too pale for me, as is this one, but that's not what I want to talk about. Excuse me. This colour is called Alabaster. This is the lightest colour they do, and it's like a yellow toned, very pale colour. Now I thought that this would be ideal for me, and when I put it on my hand and I rub it out, that's maybe a bit too much actually. You only need one pump for your whole face. It rubs out really nicely, blends out very, very nicely. I'll just show you, and I feel it goes with my skin on my hand, but my face is a slightly darker colour than my hand. You can sort of see, well, it's all right next to the neck because I've blended it in. It's okay. I prefer to put on light and then warm it up. That's my preference when it comes to foundation. So if you're really fair or you're looking to lighten up a foundation, this would be incredible. So let's talk about it. What does it say? It doesn't really have any claims on here. It says flawless finish, so to me that sounds like it would have a matte effect, and as you can see it is slightly matte, but I feel like for somebody like me who has dry skin, this works really well. So if you've got dry skin and you don't like using so for example the L'Oreal Infallible Matte does not work on my skin. I've tried everything. I've tried it with everything and it just doesn't work, and even putting a little bit of moisturising it doesn't work at all for me. But this one really does. It's thinner consistency to the lasting finish. It's got you only need one pump as well for your whole face. I put two by mistake and it was just too much. I finish it off with a beauty blender, as I do with all, oh, excuse me, how it's very dirty. All of my foundations I use a beauty blender with. I can't buff them out. I feel like I use too much product if I buff a foundation out. It reminds me actually, in terms of consistency, of the, no, it's a little bit thicker than that. I was going to say it reminds me of the Bare Minerals one, but it doesn't. It's slightly thicker. I feel like this is better than the Bare Minerals one. I do like my Bare Minerals one. Not many people do, but I really do. This was less than £8, I think. I will have to check for you guys. And I know they do them in a massive array of colours. So if you are of a darker complexion, I believe that they cater for, you know, from the lightest light to the darkest dark. Don't quote me if I'm wrong though. So I apologise. But from other videos that I've seen, I believe that they do have foundations to match most people. They're, as you know, I'm in love with their collection. But I just wanted to go through this a little bit more. So I finished another foundation before I used this one, and I do like it. There's no gathering around any dry patches during the day. It says it's an all-day liquid foundation, and I have tried that. I just touch my face so much, so I'm not sure. It does last all day, I think. At least 12 hours it lasts. It doesn't say how many hours, it just says all day. That could just be between, at the moment with daylight, could just be between 8 and 3. So yeah, it definitely lasts that time. So I would say that this for me is a fab. However, I may not repurchase it. I'll see how I get on. I've only used it maybe 3 or 4 times. But yeah, the colour isn't quite right. It's still very pale for me, but I don't think I look too pale at the moment. So it's not too bad. I love that it comes in a pump bottle. It is plastic, and I know a lot of people don't like that it's plastic. They think that that's really cheap, but I prefer it plastic. It is much more easy to carry around. It means it's less heavy than a glass bottle. So I prefer the plastic. It's in a matte finish, which I think gives the impression that that's what the flawless finish means. So yeah, I think this is great. It's got an 18-month longevity, which I like as well. I wonder what's in it then for that. It's 30 mils worth, and I would definitely recommend trying it out as a foundation. Now, I would like to be able to say it's comparable to a high-end, but I only have 2 high-end, one Makeup Forever and one Bare Minerals. And the Makeup Forever one, I like it, but it's not my favourite. I have got so much of that left, actually. I should really try and use it. The Makeup Forever one is good, but it's not as good as Lasting Finish by Rimmel, which I think, again, is still my favourite foundation. But I haven't used it for a while, so I might have to go back to it. What I love about that is it's not a matte finish. I can't wear matte finishes, but this one I can. So, yeah, it's changed my mind. It's thin enough. It is definitely full coverage. I think so. Maybe medium coverage compared to maybe the Lasting Finish, which is full. So yeah, if you are looking to try a new one and you want to try a new drugstore price, this is what it looks like. I'll just bring it closer. Definitely give it a go. Let me know what you think of it. If you've tried it, let me know what your thoughts are. If you haven't, and you probably will after this review, then let me know if you do buy it. This, for me, is a fab, and yeah, I believe this is a really good product for the price. Whether I'd buy it again, I just have to give it a little bit more time. I'm not saying I don't like it, because obviously it's a fab, but it's more about, I think I've got others that I prefer more. Anyway, that was a long speech about a foundation. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Bye now.